Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, final matchup, first week, Season 19, last round against Big Papa B here. He set everything on defense. We had a late record, so all this was shown in the last video. But because he set everything on defense, he did not engage my defense. This round, we are going up against Big Bombasa, or Dr. Bombasa here. He is using Sith Empire in Arena, and when we look at the hotbot here, we have pretty big advantages. Guild size, mine is bigger, but that's a respectable guild size, but lifetime banners is half of mine. That's telling me he doesn't really engage with this game mode. And then same thing when you look at the clears here. This amount of clears, that just tells me this person doesn't play Grand Arena all that often. And then we have some pretty large advantages when it comes to geared characters, mods, distribution of relics. We've got a Galactic Legend and JKL. He doesn't. And then he has his meta characters decently modded and his other key characters decently modded, but that's not going to compensate for the overall roster depth and advantages I have in construction. He does have both fleets at 7 stars, but that's not going to be enough here. So let's go take a look at what has been set for me. We'll first do my defense. Put a weak wall here that I'm hoping is tempting enough for him to hit. We got Telzine, Old Ben, Finn, and Mon Mothma. This upper territory here is much stronger than what I normally intend to set down in these kind of matches, because this is going to be discouraging. But we got Padme, Darth Revan, Grievous, and then I put down a weak scoundrel team after I realized I wasn't setting teams on the back wall. I thought I was setting teams on the back wall. And then the back wall here, we've got just some mix of good teams and bad teams. I don't expect much engagement to occur there. So this is what we've got to deal with. He's put down a respectable defense. So we got CLS, Crew, Grievous, Bounty Hunters. And the strength of this team is telling me he's probably not going to attack. He does have his Darth Revan unless it's on the back wall. But we got Ventress, Shaak Ti, Hux, and Gas. So we are going to jump in here right away. And I think we'll just start from the top. I like to do Jango solos in 3v3, but the double stun is too risky. It failed for me in the first round, so we're not going to take those chances this time. I think we only need 2. I'm just thinking about who's going to help me for later. And I think that's fine. These guys are slow because Ventress gives that nice speed boost. So for them to not outspeed... And Jango has his own speed boost, but... I should be going after Daka. get those debuffs. We're fine to lose once. And then we'll blow her up. We might be in trouble. This version is much tougher to deal with. Than any... For Jango, I should say, not in general. This isn't gonna work. I don't like that. Basically, I want an undersize with Jango against this version of Night Sisters, but that's the only one Jango has problems against. I don't know why. Or why I... Oh, it doesn't matter. I mean, I know why Jango has problems with that. I kind of trailed off. Alright, let's... A Jango undersized against a Night Sister comp. I know he has some troubles with in 3v3. Is probably not the best way to start this video off. But I'm gonna do testing. Like, I like... When I know I'm gonna win a Grand Arena anyway, I want to test these things out. Otherwise, I get bored. This I wouldn't do at Relics, but it works at Gear 12. And as long as Rex isn't on the field. I think it does get a little scary, though. Really, it's better if I put Kira in here. All right. We do have a couple feats to go after. Let's see if we do them. Alright, my plan for Hux was... Alright. So we're doing Jedi Knight Luke here. But we do have to deal with Hermit Yoda. Or not Hermit, with Rex. but I'm splitting up my characters. I don't want to use somebody better. This didn't go well last round. But we're going to do this. Because I want to keep Jedi Master Luke and Gas separate. It's fine. See, one of the things that was happening last round, and this didn't work out for me, was we were not getting these counters that we're getting this time around. At least so far. It's ridiculous. Like, I can't believe last round that lost. Alright, what do we want to do? Just want to see what's on this back wall, and then we can do more interesting things and take some chances. This is not a threatening Hux variant. And really, Han and Chewie probably way too much for this. It seems like he's well on his way to SLKR, but he's relicked these characters too soon. I should not have undersized this Jango battle. So I'm thinking, there's Traya, there's Palpatine. Like, I don't want to use any of those teams. But I think it's kind of what we have to do. Because my troopers aren't going to be able to handle it. Alright. I don't want to burn any more time on this. gonna be a minute before we can do the Annihilate. We might have to get Isolate back on. Before that Vader rework, I never would have used this team against Night Sisters. Because having them for Geos is too important. But now that's not a concern. Alright, now what do we got? Do I get a chance to go for those feats? There's probably... yeah, I was expecting Padme. Alright, these are not a problem. But I don't know if my Rebel fighters or my Rogue One can handle any of those. Alright. And I really want to get those feats because I don't want to have another week of soft matchups. I'm almost thinking about losing a battle intentionally so we can clean up with Rogue One or Rebel fighters. I should hit these guys first. I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay, we have... we'll do this one as a solo. Come on. What is with all these dodges? Oh my god. It almost makes me want to read up more about their kits, but I just don't care enough to learn more about the Old Republic. I'm just gonna take out Karth if this is how this is gonna go. Alright, I'm sick of this. Do I just need to like auto this? Okay. Fine. AoE. Alright, I think we're going to use Jedi Master Luke against Padme, or do we have something else we got to worry about? There's a crew team that has high relics. Oh, we got gas. We can use gas against Padme. We'll use Jedi Master Luke here. Okay. Can use Shaak Ti here. We'll do Echo and Arc. Bring down those stacks. Start minimizing the damage that B1 can do. Let's get some protection back on Arc. We need a stun. That I don't like. Bad timing. But we're okay. There's my stun. This is just a quick JTR, so we'll do that. Probably do Jedi Knight Revan against CLS. But I want to find something dumb to do. Why'd I go after him? I like my attention elsewhere today. We have an Illuminated Destiny coming up. 10. Alright, we're going to clear this one with Jedi Knight Revan, and then we got that Padme. Then we're going to do some dumb stuff. Actually, with the change in the Grand Arena divisions, is it still numerically possible to get to the next, what is it, Erodium or Kyber, whatever the next, I know Kyber is the final one, but we got Bronzium, Carbonite Bronzium, then what, Erodium? Or is there another one in between? Because before how things were stratified, you could get to the next tier before the start of the next week Grand Arena, which was pretty important towards getting more difficult matchups, because you could intentionally like avoid certain feats and you would finish in the lower tier, but that just meant you're going to get easier matches, which is kind of boring for me and for this channel, because like this kind of week, there's nothing really to learn from these kind of matches, and that's why I like to take dumb risks, because there's more to learn from a dumb risk than there is from these just overmatching teams with meta teams. I mean, I guess I could go for a high banner count, but it's more interesting as a goal than it is as an activity that you're actually doing. I'm going to focus over on Ahsoka because I care the least for her to get the protection up. We're going to take Anakin out first, so I'm going to give him the armor shred. Really, this comp should have GK. This is so much easier with Ahsoka. I guess I should probably be calling in Rex. Okay. All right, we got a Phoenix team and we have that Ewok team. We're probably going to do Rolo. But I actually think Rolo can lose it. We got Wicket, we got a nice AoE. Got a bunch of counters here. Oh, I put Rolo on defense. No. Alright, we'll do these guys. This is Rebel Fighters, and then there's a separate one for Rogue One. Okay, alright, we're good. We should be good. Maybe I should have let Elder stay alive and do a revive. Because I think we still need one more. Yeah, so we need... I just need a win with Rogue One. That's worth 80. So one more with Rebel Fighters. We're not going to win it. And where were we on the count? So we're going to get like, what is it, 1,600, 1,800 from winning. So we'll get to 13, 14. I don't think it's possible anymore to hit Chromium next. Even if I get all those feats. I don't like, because that might mean 2 weeks now of lopsided grand arenas instead of having one. Alright, we're going to do this. This is going to lose. So we can do Jin, Cassian. We're going to go for the gear. They're not the best options. We need a tank. I'm gonna say those 3 exposes I'm gonna save for Cassian. He'll do more damage. These guys are doing so much better than I thought they would. Good for you guys. Nice. I had 0 faith in you. We got Negotiator and Malevolence. I think he puts both on defense, which is smart. Yeah, so he's... Oh, I thought that was 7 stars. Let's check which one's tougher. Negotiator's probably the tougher of the two. Yeah, so we'll do Ackbar against Negotiator. We'll probably need 2 shots against the Malevolence. We might get lucky. So tempted to do an AoE, but it just doesn't do enough damage. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of clicking. This is all not how to do this. I'm going to lose Biston. I'm just... What is... Yes. Okay. Honestly, I think... All right. Just gonna dispel. Ahsoka was gonna dispel and put protection up and counter, so we just ignored her. But she's gonna do it now anyway. Can we just wrap this up? I think we're going to do Empire. I don't feel good about it. We're gonna fall apart. Let's pull turn meter back. I should have... Now I'm wondering if I should have done Ackbar against this fleet. Because it's a lot easier to take multiple fleets up against the negotiator. Like, we can pick it apart with multiple attempts. I don't think... Let's try Holdo. Oh, but we can't use... Because Holdo kind of needs the Houndstooth, but I want to keep the Houndstooth for the Razor Crest. Alright. My first order is no good. I will give you... I'm gonna lose him right now. Gosh, should I just take out Sunfac? No, I messed up. I need to take Ackbar here. And I know I should be going after Hyena Bomber, but I don't think I'm going to take Hyena Bomber out. Yeah. Although, maybe I do raise... What if I do Razor Crest first? I don't think it's gonna work. But I don't like the idea of using Holdo without a tank. I think we're gonna... We're doing this. Okay, let's land breach. Okay, we're gonna just basic right there to cleanse all that. IG 2000, because then we can get some nice hits out. If we can take out Hyena Bomber, that's going to be pretty huge. I'm not going to hit Spy until we have a bigger hit, or we can mark it. Good enough. I should have kept back Ghost and Phantom. Alright, we're just bringing it all. Do I get a bunch of turn meter or no turn meter? think I want the AoE. Just take it out. We take out that Volter Droid. That's bad. That's very bad. Come on! We're falling apart. We're not gonna get to the ultimate. No. No. See, this is why this fleet needs a tank. Alright, that's over. We did not get the full clear, but it's a win. We did get those feats, though. See, I honestly think if I would have taken Ackbar against the Malevolence, we would have been able to pick apart the Negotiator. Also, if I wouldn't have thrown in Ghost and Phantom in as reinforcements, we could have had a weird team to throw in with Tarkin. We'll claim the feats, but without the full clear, I don't think it's possible to get to the next prize tier. Like, we'll grab the 80 from here. We might be able to get the 200 from here, which would get us to like 13.5. And with a win, we're going to get to maybe 1,500. We'll get to 14. I think it's worth 1,800, so we'll get to like 1,500. That still leaves us 900 short. Even a full clear wouldn't get us to 900. I don't think it's going to be possible to hit Chromium before the next tier for anyone. It used to be possible. Alright, we're going to jump to the new account. Okay. Should have did this a second ago, messing up. Alright. New account. Bruja del Elba. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. So we got crew. We'll probably do the CLS against crew, but doesn't look to be a big problem. And then we have Phoenix. Which is overdeveloped. Let's take a look at the mods. Decent mods. I don't want to use anything good. Ewoks are an option. Troopers kind of suck against them. Minute and Dooku are too weak. See, the problem is with Chopper there, they're going to keep getting protection up. And attackers alone aren't great against protection up. As when I started this new account and I was using troopers, troopers actually had problems up against Phoenix because they were just doing burst damage. And having something like Shock was pretty important to getting through Chopper. But I do have... I might just have to use a team stronger than what I want to use. My Dooku and Newt aren't strong enough. My Bastila. Maybe I just split up my empire. I really want Vader and Palpatine together. But we could do this. Leave Vader with an inferior Empire team. Let me check if he has Geos. Because if he has Geos, they'll be on the back wall. And we need to prepare for them. Okay, no Geos. We'll split them up. What am I doing? Alright, we'll apply the fear. See if we land some stuns. So this is why I wanted Shaak up against these guys. They kind of fall apart under Shaak. Okay, let's check out this back wall. The Geos or whatever. Without Brood Alpha, that doesn't matter. Yeah, there's nothing much here. How's my Chewy this far down? Let's just prevent that taunt. God, I want that Zeta. Mm. Oops. Alright, that's a wrap. I can't imagine that one's not a win. He did save everything for offense. His fleet was... What did he run in fleet? Running Mismatch team and fleet. Yeah, that should be a win. Alright, we will wrap it up there. Thanks for watching. This has been Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. Be safe out there, everyone, and be excellent to each other.